Hello, good afternoon. I'm Mike Rime with the Office of Nuclear Energy, and I'm here to discuss FC3, which is for Advanced Integration for Domestic Nuclear Safeguards. So my program office includes the MPAC program, which is the Material Protection, Accounting, and Control Technologies. So I'm the program manager. You can see down in the bottom right, it is under NE43, and my supervisor is Patricia Pavier. And of the activities under her account, we are under Materials and Chemical Technologies, along with waste form development and joint fuel cycle studies. In general, here is a graphic showing how we fit into the overall fuel cycle and where our work comes into play. Safeguards and security by design really encompasses the entire fuel cycle, though historically MPAC work really focuses on reactors, recycling, and storage. So kind of the center three pillars in this graph. Patricia's office in general focuses on material recovery, fast reactor recycle, and waste form development. Though, like I said, MPAC really applies to everything, so we've branched out a little further than just the recycling box. The MPAC campaign, in general, our mission is to develop innovative technologies and analysis tools to enable next generation nuclear materials management for both existing and future U.S. fuel cycles. This includes managing and minimizing proliferation and terrorism risks. So the next generation point really emphasizes that this is an R&D program, that this is not the standard day-to-day IAEA type of accounting, but this is really focused on new technologies. Our near-term objectives includes three bullets, essentially. First off, pardon me, we focus on developing technology. That includes advanced material control and accounting technologies to fill important gaps. It also includes analysis tools to assess the effectiveness and efficiency and guide R&D to support advanced integration. We also focus on applications, so performing technical assessments in support of advanced fuel cycle concepts and approaches. And finally, the campaign provides leadership to the safeguards community at large. So this includes developing guidelines for safeguards and security by design with the goal of applying this to new fuel cycle facility concepts. Our long-term objectives are really focused on coordinating safeguards and security by design across all potential facilities and concepts. We seek to demonstrate and integrate next generation nuclear materials management technologies and approaches, and this includes advanced integration methods to bring these things together. We also seek to support NRC rulemaking through engagement and data generation that could be used in the review and licensing of new fuel cycle facilities, as well as supporting international engagement mechanisms to work with NNSA, IAEA, and related international partners to demonstrate U.S. leadership and expertise in this area. Finally, and maybe most critically for day-to-day work, the MPAC campaign really focuses on supporting the initiatives of the Office of Nuclear Energy. So whether it's molten salt reactors, electrochemical processing, or other technologies that are the core R&D missions of NE, we're really here to support the safeguardability, if you will, of those programs through R&D. So for FC3, for this year's call, we are really focusing on molten salt reactors. In general, molten salt technology has been around for 50, 60 years or more. However, there's been increased interest in this area fairly recently in the world at large and in the Office of Nuclear Energy. There are definitely advantages and disadvantages for molten salt reactors, but regarding impact, we really want to focus on research that can establish and assess nuclear material accountancy for liquid-fueled MSRs. So this is a gap that is not really well understood. So we want to focus on this for this year's call. In general, online processing in this type of reactor technology to remove fission products, it poses a number of NMA challenges. And it's not quite as simple as accounting in normal LWRs or other existing technologies, where oftentimes it's easy to access or possible to access parts of the reactor or the spent fuel. It's easy to visually inspect and count items. Some of those things are not true when it comes to molten salt technology, and they provide unique challenges. So for this year, proposals are sought to develop initial NMA models for a simple homogeneous liquid fuel MSR design with online fission product removal. This is an area, as I mentioned, this is a new area of focus. In the past, we've had a very diverse set of proposals over the last 5 to 8 years or so. Everything from monitoring spent nuclear fuel storage in traditional BWR, PWR reactors, all the way through a very strong focus, especially in the last few years, on electrochemical processing technologies. So this year, we're really focused on the molten salt. I can't say that enough. And I want to provide a little bit of guidance for submitting proposals. It's really important to work with the national laboratories and to understand the history and priorities of the program at large. Occasionally we see proposals that don't partner directly with the national laboratory, and as one of the reviewers, it's very difficult to consider a proposal that is not in a strong partnership with the national labs. Additionally, we would encourage strong involvement from students, both undergrads through postdocs, undergrads and grad students as well as postdocs. We've had really good success bringing young people into the program and giving them outstanding opportunities to publish research over the last few years, and we'd like to continue. Finally, I encourage you to contact myself or the National Technical Director, Dr. Michael Brown. Our information is located at the bottom of this slide. Please reach out to us, before and during pre-proposal time, and we can discuss your ideas. We can help connect you with researchers that could bolster your proposals. And I just want to thank you and welcome any questions.
Okay, thanks, Mike. We'll open up the floor for questions. Please submit those to the GoToWebinar application in writing, and we will relay those. We will wait a minute or two for questions to come in, and then we'll begin. How should responses to this call synergize with the award to Tennessee last year on the Materials Accountability Toolbox for MSRs?
That's a good question. So that work is just beginning. I don't know how to directly answer the question because there could be some overlap between a new proposal and that work. Generally speaking, I think the best thing to do would be to if you have a proposal, to have a phone call with me and Mike Brown, and we can discuss how your proposal might fit with theirs. So I would encourage you to reach out and we can have a lengthier discussion about it.
Can we contact the lab POC to ask for recommending a potential lab collaborator?
Yes, absolutely.
I do want to note from Mike's comment that those conversations that you do have with federal and technical points of contact, depending on their content, may be released publicly. That's a requirement for the funding opportunity announcement to create a fair playing field. So do realize that they're going to give information, but they'll also be giving information, at least the same information, to all applicants. So. Mike, I think those are all the questions we have. So thank you for being here. We will resume at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be moving on to the fuels topics, FC2, and some of their NSUF focus topics. So please join us for those presentations at 2:30. Thank you.